get the stash. Hold still, damn it. Tired of chasing you. I'm getting too old for this, D'Angelo. I was just holding it for somebody. Well. What have we here, my boy? Looks like the fancy white powder that does away with all cares. You've been dealing a little coke, huh, Tony? Not just plain checks you're handing out here, huh? I got a right to a lawyer. With all cares. This does away with all cares. This does away with all cares. You've been dealing a little coke, huh, Tony? Not just... This does away with all cares. This does away with all cares. You've been dealing a little coke, huh, Tony? Not just plain checks you're handing out here, huh?
You know it's...
Let's fire. Hold the line.
Hold the line.
Let's fire.
Hold the line.
The blood.
This does away with all cares. This does away with all cares. You've been dealing a little coke, huh, Tony? Not just... This does away with all cares. This does away with all cares. You've been dealing a little coke, huh, Tony? Not just plain checks you're handing out here, huh? This does away with all... This does away with all cares. You've been dealing a little coke, huh, Tony? Not just plain checks you're handing out here, huh? I got a right to a lawyer.
Matic now out on Elite for the street. In the fresh design to the mind, I can't compete with the street of ecstasy, and it's the electronic I need. Matic, hot house. Very cool little thing here, Hot House, Thematic Monster Mix on here. So I believe we've done a couple good releases in English label. So let's roll into some record grooves again. Project 1, this cover is fresh. It's it very much reminds me of the Unknown DJ covers, and I was looking at some of the other release from here. They're doing a thing on Axo Drive, so I had a look at that and thought, well, look, I'm going to investigate that, and then I did get the 12. So that's one I think I've shown before, but maybe not this one. This is Save Me, which is a nice little new wave song. I think they're German. Axel is one of the names, so I'm not sure. Maybe Swiss. Beat Boy Visage. So this is a classic track by Visage, Fade to Grey, their big hit. But yeah, I don't mind this one. And yeah, Visage, very early 80s, did some great things of sound. Chrome Donette. Now this one here, it's just a nice love song. Well, it's just got the emotion in there. It might not be a love song, but it has the emotion, and I really dig this. I mean, if I made another soundtrack to another Pretty in Pink film, I would use this in there. Not giving anything away on what my future plans are. I travel, Simple Minds, so yes, there's a nice little Simple Minds documentary that just came out on them and their endeavours, and yeah, so I Travel and film theme on the other side. It's a great 12 to have. Absolutely, Flock of Seagulls. So yes, this is very cool. You know, a bit of a hit, but you know, they broke up and everything, and then there was that show, Bands Reunited, where they got back together and did some performances. But some great record releases they did. You know, Modern Love is Automatic is a great track. So definitely, they definitely reached a few people, especially the guy with his zany hair style. And there's just another 12-inch there on Jive. So there you go, Jive. They went into a few different categories. My Own Way Night version. This is Duran Duran, but there is another version which I have, which, you know, Simon Le Bon kind of goes a bit nuts at the end of the track with these kind of little vocal snippets on stuff. I dig it. Pure Bunk, Brisbane. So this guy was, man, he had all these studded belts around him and his keyboards, and I saw him in the Valley a few times. This is the record that he put out, Pure Bunk. If you see one, definitely give it a listen. I quite like it. Yeah, great local. I'm not sure where he is these days. The Group, so this is another one, again, maybe on Jive again. I was thinking because, yes it is, and the reason why is because Thomas Dolby is behind this. And so Thomas Dolby had a bit of a deal with Jive, you know, he did the help with the Williston Dodgers stuff, and so the Group technology is this one, Williston Dodgers. Zing, another cool little group here, very, what's that track called, West Berlin, so a nice one there, interesting band of the early 80s. So moving up past the 80s into the very start of the 90s, Technopolis put out some great compilations, more going on the industrial techno sort of tip, you know, Sons of Nippon and Noise Control and Technoid, you know, this is Blind Vision's on here, so the Blind Vision 12 inches are the ones to really check out, I think. But this is where I found the Killbeat 12-inch of listening to them. Wang Chung, okay, so this is again slightly different versions again, remix versions of T-Nana and China. So yeah, Wang Chung, yeah. So we all know Dancehall Days, but they did a few other really good songs. So another one there, more in the obscure. Jackie Brooks, so an MC release, MCA. Lost Without Your Love. So there you go. That's that. But there's a special mix on the other side, Music Superior. So very dope. Jimmy Tunnel, so he did U-Turn, which is a bit of a freestyle hit. This one, yeah, a bit different, but I do like the dub on it, so that was cool. As for this, whoa, Barbara Roy, known for her early disco stuff, but this is more of a freestyle track, and man, the dub version on here is sick. Like broken bottles and just all these unusual snippet samples coming in the dub. Absolutely one to listen to. Fantastic. Oh, yo. Jimmy the Hoover. Bandana Street used it. Red bandana mix. So this is gold too. Grandmaster, Kate Williams, give us some help. It's an Arista fresh 12, yes, wow. I'll find the electro, see if you can remember which one. But, yeah, this is one very cool thing, man, with that whole lot of noise kind of, yeah, thing going down. But so let's continue back into the old Sparky D. So this is Sparky D's World. A great LP with all of her tracks. So yeah, Throwdown was one of the ones I got on 12 earlier on, and a few other ones, but a great LP. Definitely Sparky D. She's level with Roxanne Shante in my eyes. Chaos and Maestro. So yeah, check him out there. Looking very fresh in the tracksuits. So there was an album they released, but this is a 12. Mass Confusion on one side, and Maestro on the flex on the other side. So a bit of scratching and cutting samples. Very cool, around 88, 89. And they're from Detroit, actually from Detroit. Wow. Yeah, Harry D. So I might have shown this. This is a very funny German hip-hop record. His rhyming is quite frantic, and it's they're very interesting. Their DJ and his scratch cutting all these samples that you'll recognise in there anyway. So look at this big write-up in there, Jesus. So yeah, hanging on the beats. Mikey D, the LA Posse, so Public Records released a couple of good things there, and Busta Rhyme is definitely one of them wicked dope records with My Telephone on the other side. So one for the check, yes. Yeah, so more on the other side, going straight to Miami now. MC Believe That, I'm Outstanding. So not a bad story kind of rap there. Well, more like an ego rap, but yeah, some nice instrumental sound of breaks there with Miami. Not heavy bass scratch cutting, but very interesting indeed. Mantronics, wow, ladies, what a fantastic 12 amongst the other tracks I did for the album. I always used to hum this just in my Walkman on the train going into the city to check out the latest records. And this is another one. I checked out this album and had to get the money up. Had to get that album and then had to find it again on a swap with one of the homeboys. But this is Chaos. This is the 12-inch really to have. It's a must-have. But the other 12s are good too. Yep. So finishing in that category. Well, Lena the Grouch again. So Murs and all that, you know. So Aesop. This is another cool one. Yep. There you go. The Grouch. Bobby O'Donnell, Lucid Dreams EP. This is nice. This is still one for me to an investigation, but yeah, very cool electronica, hey? So let's get into some more. So yes, Reflex Records, of course. This is Chris Jeffs. Did a couple great 12s here. You kind of got to have both of the volumes, really. You know, some of the tracks are seesaw, hard, industrial, but then he's got these beautiful instrumental, mellow, beautiful tunes in there. So, which this man had a lot to do with Reflex Music. So I've shown that one before, I think. But yeah, there's a few here. I've got a few copies of. Reader Fusion is one of them, which is very nice, very serene. And Solop, this is more of the 80s, and this is very cool. This goes into a very like a great rework of that 80s sound today. So very dope. And this. Well, this is a remix, a music remix of Flick Knife. So that's another really serene, beautiful record. Absolutely. Global Goon does the same sort of thing. I mean, he does that kind of, you know, that abstract kind of geometric kind of music with beats and, you know, but then, you know, the little synth moments. Just add, and you know, Global Goon, he pulled off a really nice LP here with some interesting names of his tracks. So the second one not as good, but there's one track on here I really dig. I had to buy it. So Global Goon. All right, we're gonna jump. Well, I'll have to play this next time because. This is one hell of a great jungle record. If you can see a little bit there's a bit of a look into what it is, but absolutely love this. This is something else. Yeah, so drum and bass jungle, and as I was talking about those other ones the other day on the last one, I just found another one of these. So Laro Q. This is another one again with those serene sounds on Focus recordings. Very good. More with your Jazzanova saxophone stuff within drum and bass, and Metalheads was a label that, you know, brought out some you know, rough textured stuff, but the more smoother stuff like Cyclone, this is the one. This is the one to check out, and I could almost, it's almost like the saxophonist did stuff with Underground Resistance, like, very cool. So, yeah, Cyclone, Melt, that's the other 12 they did. Continuing in the jungle, again, drum and bass, this is an Onu sound that basically Adrian Sherwood did. That is very nice, very nice with textures. Yeah, definitely want to check on the start rec. So Pork Recordings, I always do my little graffiti sometimes when it comes to these record releases. So Jack Pill, Wet Planet is really cool. yeah, the whole thing's very interesting, and there's some great little sampling here going on. So another one there from the Cybex. So I actually bought this back. Ninja Tune, is it Funk All Stars, I think? So this thing I used to have many years ago. God knows why I had to swap or trade, but yeah, you can see my Wild Wires tag there. So this is an early Ninja Tune that basically does a nice little sort of rehash of Ramelzi in there, and the second track that comes in, nice vocal. But the whole EP is quite interesting. So all those early Ninja Tune Mowax stuff, RPM and Kamuri, Crush, they're all fucking wicked, all wicked. Center Stage Records anthology. So this one has a Steve Benzara Black, which is the 12-inch on Oversky Records, which brought out Green Bays and a few interesting records. It's like Italo, it's house, Italy, you know. So, but this is a New York-based label, Center Stage Records Anthology 1. Very nice double compilation, which has a few interesting things on here, actually. There's actually a Dan Curtin, very Dan Curtin sounding record on here. And I always go on about him, don't I? So, yeah, that's not it. Bear with me. That's it. Arrhythmia. Parabolic. Yeah. Very cool. So, Grooveyard Records. If you look at this label, geez, I had another couple of them. They've gone right up in price. My gosh. This is a test press. I still have. This is Einstein and Chewy. This is Volume 1. There is a Volume 2 as well. And they both they collect a bit of cash. Yes, up over 50 odd euro. Get it. Circulation. So Circulation have done some interesting stuff. So let's get that next track running in off this same EP, and we'll look through the circulations. There's many of them, magenta, all different colours. So chocolate, magenta, there's many more, lilac. They're interesting. They're kind of like the Edge records, you know. They kind of, you don't always know the exact artist, but yeah, they're very interesting on the listen. And these are kind of like rehash things too that MASH put out to Schwartz. And you can see there, if you don't have Derek Me the Dance, you can get it on here. And they have some interesting other tracks as well. On Fine, the other record I have is Seymour Bits. Seymour Bits. So, okay, so Kinky Scientist, which is also Fred Gianali. This is on Telepathic Records, so this is an interesting one here with him. So, as well as the Kinky Scientist is also known as the Kooky Scientist. So this is +8, and this is old verse new. Neav. You need to check the clip to this. This, I think I've mentioned it before, but the clip is second to none. He's done some interesting work with using this track with very old footage of teenagers dancing in black and white from the 60s. So, dig that. Heavy Shift. Oh yes, Heavy Shift. This is very kind of getting your future jazz sort of sound. I quite enjoyed this. Oh boy. The mix, I believe it's on this side. That's the one. If you can read that. I can't remember, I can't off the top of my head remember the track, but it's gold. It's very nice. It's just got this great kind of fusion of saxophone and sounds, and it's a great one from Heavy Shift. Did a couple releases. That one I dig the most. So the Tia Shen mix. That's the one. That's the one. Viaggio. So going back, you know, that kind of sound, but you know, earlier on from the funk and everything with London, Curiosity Killed the Cat. They did, you know, a couple of big kind of hits, but yeah, the funk mix there of Misfit, I quite dig, and it's got those great lyrics. Breakdance in the street, you know, breakdance in the street, yeah, you gotta love it. Another one I got here with a interesting piano song in here, very nice jazzy stuff, piano break stuff, double vision EP. So that's an interesting one there. Perquisite. With that French. So just finishing up into that kind of cocktail funk, because that's where it's going really from future jazz, you know. Cocktail funk was the funk, you know, that started things, and it's an early one here from me, DJ Cybex. Heavy on Easy, Ronnie Laws. Have a listen to that. Out on Liberty. Fresh to the beats. And we sail aboard, out into the sea, out in ecstasy.